Hello everyone, my name is Ning, and my partner is Cindy. Today we are going to talk about mental health problem of college students in Taiwan. And before I start, I'm going to do a quick review. A couple weeks ago, we have talked about NTU students' suicide, right? And one killed himself in his dormitory room on, I don't know when, but the other one fell from a university building. And the school, NTU say that it has enforced measures to enhance students' mental well-being and set up suicide prevention, like a student counseling center to reach out to those high-risk students. And on the other hand, NTU students associations, they came out ideas, and which is learning adjustment systems. And these systems can help those students who suffer from mental problems. And there are 4 ways, there are more, but I just show 4 ways to relax students' pressure. Like first one, allow casual leave of absence. And 2, relaxing the restrictions of absence. And 3, extend the deadline. And 4, extend test time or arrange break time during tests. Okay. And there's SOP for learning adjustment systems. First, students have to hand in their diagnosis certificate to the school counseling centers. And the counseling center will arrange a coordinator to students have an interview together and find out what their problem is and what they need, or how to help them. And the coordinator will provide a tailor-made plan for the students and try to help them. And the student need to carry out the plan, and the teacher too, because the teacher also need to follow the plan. Like this, maybe let student allow casual leave of absence because if the student suffer from the mental problem, yeah. So the last step, carry out the plan, and the student stay in the school safety net. And take deadline for example, like this timeline, the first on top is normal students, for normal students. So assume that we have a presentation on January 10th, and we start thinking about how to do our project, and then we prepare the project. But for those who suffer from mental problems, like us, they start thinking about how to do the presentation, but because the mental problem, so they can do anything because you are sad and maybe you take the pill and you feel very dizzy, or you can do anything, but because of that, so they cannot present the presentations. And still, in these days, they still suffer from the mental problems. So if they have extend the deadline, so the student who suffer from the mental problem can have 10 more days to prepare. Yeah, so that can make up for those times. Yeah.
Okay, so we were keep talking about mental health problem, but what is mental health problem? So first, I want to give a brief introduction about what is mental health problem, like most common problem in Asia. So the top five mental health problem in Asia are: the first one is depression. Depression is when you feel really sad. It's not sad, it's sadder. And the second one is anxiety. Anxiety is when you feel panic, you're too worried about something, you're too nervous about something. That is anxiety. And the third one is post-traumatic stress disorder, also called PTSD. That is for some people who have been through something really, really terrible, either experiencing it or witnessing it. That is that kind of people will be high risk at this kind of problem. And the fourth one is suicidal behavior, which is what we were talking about. And the fifth one is substance abuse disorder, also known as drug abuse. So that is for some people who overuse drugs. But why do we ignore this problem since it's like so important and serious? In the last discussion when we were talking about this topic, most of my classmates said that they don't really talk to their parents or like their friends about this topic. But why? Is it because like every time when we talk to our parents about this problem, they wouldn't take it seriously and think it's a shame to say about like you have mental health problem, or because you think it's too private to talk about it with your classmates? Is it because the society has an unspoken rule that you should not express your negative emotion to the public, or because the education system just told us that you have to hide your emotions? I think this is a really important question for us to think about. Why do we hide our emotions? And why, when we need help, we do not know how to reach out? And now I'm going to tell you what can we do. So the first one, so in this page is what can we do for ourselves. The first one is when you feel depressed, you can call out for help. Like in Taiwan, there are three different numbers. The first one is Teacher Zhang. I believe it's like so famous, so everyone knows. And the next one is Taiwan Lifeline. The number is 1995. 你救救我. I think it's like that. Yeah. And the third one is Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It's 1925. And the second one is seek help from people around us, like your friends, your families, teachers, counselors, and even strangers. Because I think when people are in bad mood, it's really hard for them to get out by themselves. I think like it's like you're stuck in a really, really bad situation, and if you just lock yourself up, you will just stuck in it, and you will get sadder and sadder. So when you feel depressed, I think it's really important to reach out for help, to talk to somebody, anyone, and maybe this will help you feel better. And the third one is do not lose hope and believe in yourself. There's a story when I was in Spain. One time I felt like really, really depressed, and because of the time differences, so my family and my friends are basically sleeping, I think. So I just opened Talk. Do you know what's Talk? 无聊. It's a dating app, and I just found a random person who can talk to me. And after that, I really feel better. So that's why I say it's really important to seek help from others. Okay. And now, what can we do for others? The first one is to care about people around us, your friends, your families. And the next one is to ask when someone is acting weird. Like if your friend one day just telling you like, I think it's interesting to call myself, or like, I don't know how does it feel to be like that. It's really, maybe it's just sympathy, showing that person is in danger. And the third one is listen, not judge. If a person comes to you and just telling you like how sad it is, how bad things just happen, you have to listen and not judge, not telling that like, you have to do this, you have to do that, and not judge their feelings. Do not criticize. And the fourth one is reach out to mental health professionals. Like if that person who comes to you is like afraid to go to like counselor or something, you can accompany them to go to find professionals, because they have like knowledge to solve the problem properly. And yeah, that is almost the end of our presentation. And here are some references if anyone's interested. And I know it's a really heavy topic, but still, we want to